To these Indianapolis Colts here, Fees. So, last year, Phillip Rivers kind of held them back. Carson Wentz is now reunited with Frank Reich. Jonathan Taylor seems to be a surging running back. What do you think about these Colts coming this year? Expectations versus reality for the 2021 season?
And I think the Indianapolis Colts expectations are the roll at about a 12-5 clip. They think Carson Wentz is going to get his second chance. They're really expecting for big seasons out of Marlon Mack and Jonathan Taylor. They have a solid defense. I mean, their roster is good all the way around on both sides of the football. Really good coach. The reality, Carson Wentz is a temperamental time bomb. And he's going to ultimately be the downfall of this otherwise very polished up Colts roster. So, I think the Colts could be a great football team next season, but the person that they just hinged their hopes and dreams on, Carson Wentz, he's going to be their downfall. No doubt he will. So, against the NFC West, I got them going 1-3. I don't think they'll beat the Rams, the Niners, or the Seahawks. I think they can edge one out against Arizona. I think they go 2-2 against the AFC East. They're 3 games based off them being second in the division last year. Baltimore, Vegas, and Tampa. Got them going 1-2. I think they can beat the Raiders. They're going to lose to the Ravens. They're going to lose to the Bucks. Then in the division, I have them the same as Tennessee. They're going to go 5-1, splitting games with the Titans, sweeping the Texans and the Jaguars. So ultimately, that'll give them 9-8, second place in the division, possibly a wild card, maybe missing the playoffs. I think it will be a regression from last season. Carson Wentz is not better.
I don't believe in Carson Wentz.
It's going to be all Carson's fault. He's not as good as an aging into-the-road Phillip Rivers.
Whoa. Carson Wentz took that team to the Super Bowl. Don't you forget it, man.
No, he didn't. He didn't even play in the playoffs.
He took him to the 11-3 record for the home field, or 11-2.
He had a great regular season.
He did secure home field advantage for them. I will say that.
He had a great regular season, and he's done nothing in any type of playoff game.
Yep.
One season, and we still giving him credit for that? 1 year.
I just Phillip Rivers. I'm not sold on Phillip Rivers. Aging Phillip Rivers.
Me saying Carson Wentz isn't as good as an aging Phillip Rivers is not me being sold on Phillip. That's me letting you know how low I am on Carson.
Yeah, he's not a believer.
So that makes sense.
Yeah. How do you feel, Mike, about Carson Wentz with the Colts this year being reunited with Frank Reich? Do you think he's at least like a B+ quarterback for Indianapolis?
I can respect Carson Wentz's game in that offensive system. I think he goes in, shines a little bit, but if he's one of those, what can I say? Who's another quarterback like that?
Maybe like a Kirk Cousins.
If he's like a Fitzmagic, like if he goes in and ruins games or ruins their season and it's all his fault, then that would suck, man. But I see Carson shining out there.
Okay.
Fitzmagic don't get paid like Carson.
Right. Carson got the contract. Different. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Fitzmagic's done collected some checks, man. They've been around.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Been around.
Yep, you ain't lying. These Colts are going to look interesting, though, in the 2021 season. I think that they expect for, like I just mentioned to Mike, Carson Wentz to be a B quarterback at best. They don't want to put the house on his shoulders. They understand Carson Wentz has cracked under some of that Philadelphia media pressure. And overall, after leading them to the home field advantage for the Super Bowl, it just really hasn't been anything for his career. Injuries, doesn't have a healthy team around him. Another expectation for this Colts team, though, is Jonathan Taylor to actually be the running back one, the surefire RB1 starting running back coming into this year, 5th in the league in rushing last year, 11 touchdowns as a rookie, and he wasn't even the running back full time, so we know the sky's the limit for him. And then also their defense has always been great the last few years. You've got Darius Leonard, you've got Kwity Paye, who they just added. They reignited Rhodes, the cornerback's career. You've got a lot of young talent and great coaching going around this defense, so I think they expect to be a top 5 defense in the NFL. Now you look at the reality. I think Carson Wentz at best will be about a C+ quarterback. I feel like like for some reason those injuries are still going to hold him back. And at the end of the day, yes, he is with Frank Reich, so there is more pressure on him, but I don't know if he's going to be able to overcome that pressure and actually perform with a Colts team that feels like yet again they're going to be held back by the quarterback play. And then I think Jonathan Taylor was the best running back coming out of the draft last year, and I think him coming into this year compared with his rookie campaign is absolutely going to show that he's going to be the RB1 for this season. Don't be shocked if he might be a 1,500 yard rusher, maybe 14, 15 touchdowns. Like we saw what this guy did as a rookie. It's only going to get better behind one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. And I think the defense is going to stay exactly where it's at. Like I mentioned, Darius Leonard, you got Kwity Paye, DeForest Buckner was a huge pickup last season. And then you look at how this team was top 10 in points given up and yards per game. This Colts team is going to be one of the most exciting to watch. They're young, they're deep, they're resilient. Just like I said with the Atlanta Hawks earlier. Unfortunately, though, Carson Wentz, I feel like, is going to kind of, hold them back or maybe be the ultimate deciding factor for this team. 9-8 record, second in the division, probably missing the playoffs, but they do have a tough schedule. And like I said, Carson Wentz really kind of, holds the fate in this Indianapolis Colts team. All right, man.
All of that hope. You got them in the same spot I put them.
Yeah. They have a lot of talent. It's just the quarterback play. Like we've seen it time and time again. A lot of talent. If there's no quarterback play, it's going to be unfortunate. It's going to be really unfortunate.
Carson.
Yeah.